Hey guys, what is up and welcome to a new NVIDIA daily update video. So today, as per usual, let's talk about NVIDIA. Let's talk about this absolutely just, I have to say, I am very impressed with the strength of this stock. This is truly something else entirely. Did not expect this kind of strength, not to this level at least. This is crazy. Nonetheless, let's go over it. Let's talk about it. Let's mention, what's happening, what we can expect, and all that good stuff. If you enjoyed, don't forget to hit that like button. This is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. And of course, if you enjoy my technical analysis, I do share my thoughts, posts, updates, with my members, options flow every single day as the market is open, as the market is trading. So definitely check that out. That link is down below for just $3 a month. That includes the Tesla tier. $5 includes NVIDIA as well, if you're interested, plus Tesla. $7 adds non-Tesla, non-NVIDIA stocks when I share something worth sharing, of course, naturally speaking. And of course, over the weekend, we do chart requests with members on Discord. But jumping into it, NVIDIA. Pretty quick video today, I feel like. There's not that much new to say, right? It's up 0.4%, closing at, 171 and change. And you can see it's still, it's trying. It's a difficult task. I'm not going to lie. It feels like a very much of an uphill battle in a sense, but it's holding above this rising channel still, which let's see how much more it can do. Like I said, tomorrow we have jobless claims. We have a few data points coming out tomorrow. So if it can continue doing this pretty much into the end of the week, into Friday, I'd be very, very impressed, I have to admit. But in terms of just strict levels to really just, what is there to watch out for? What are maybe some warning signals or even potentially bullish continuation signals? Well, you can see 169 roughly is what I mentioned. Well, we pretty much held that. We're still pretty much holding 169, not really falling below that. We came back down into it today. And you can see the second we did, what happened? Found actually a pretty damn good bounce off of that, right? Almost a $2 to $3 bounce as well. So that is pretty unbelievable. I have to admit, the bulls are, if you've been trying to short NVIDIA, yeah, that must have not went very well. I have to say, the bulls are unhinged as hell on this stock, I have to admit. Now, that's the downside potentially, right? 169. But if it loses, right? If it loses 169, if it starts closing below 169 daily candles or even like 1 hour, 4 hour, whatever, okay, we start seeing some warning signs. And that to me will tell me the fact that we revert back to the mean, at least to the 9 exponential moving average, which as of right now is sitting at 164.5. It'll be, obviously a little bit higher tomorrow, like 165 probably or something like that. But, a retracement back to 165 will be happening and most likely pretty quickly, right? Because again, we are still overextended, but that's to the downside. And as of right now, honestly, there's really not much point to talk about too much further downside because I doubt it's going to happen in one day. And if we do lose 169 and let's say we do revert back to 165, then we can start talking about potentially, if there's a bit more weakness. But again, the stock has just been so strong that it's hard for me to really talk about too much downside, at least until it loses the 9 exponential moving average, which it just hasn't for so many weeks. I can't remember the last time I've seen a mega cap stock hold the 9 exponential moving average just this long. It's pretty unbelievable. I'll be completely honest with you, right? Ever since this breakout happened, it got pretty close here, but then it's just been holding it and holding it and holding it. It truly is pretty unreal. But yeah, so again, I will just continue watching the 9 exponential moving average as support, which also happens to right now, if it happens to say tomorrow, lines up pretty well with 165 support, which on the 1 hour you can see we kind of had a little bit of issues around this 165 before as, some level of a resistance right around here. And that's roughly where that 9 EMA is right now on the daily charts. So let's watch for that. Upside, let's say NVIDIA magically finds further upside, which at this point seems impossible. Like there's no way it can go higher. Like surely it takes a breather. Well, clearly not yet. And until we lose the 9 EMA, probably not yet either. It'll take some time. So in terms of continued upside, we have, what looked like it was a bit of a bull flag, which I shared with our members earlier this morning, right? NVIDIA setting up a nice little bull flag, arguably has broken out of it. So I'd be watching for a close above 172. If NVIDIA gets a close above 172, at least on the 1 hour chart, but obviously the higher the time frame, the better, like say 4 hour, daily, etc. But above 172, a nice close above that should be pretty nice and good news for the bulls. And we should see higher. And the higher level will be, if we take the Fibonacci's extension, I believe it's this one, right? I'm not mistaken. Something like this. So you can see we already hit the first level, the 1.272, right? Which is a 172 and change. Above that, we have 175 with the 1.414. But my main target to the upside above 172, honestly, wouldn't fully shock me, especially at the rate the stock has been going, closer to 178, which is that 1.618 extension. That'll be like my max target. Like that'll be like, you know, surely after that, this thing finally decides to cool off at least somewhat, because it's really just been on an absolute non-stop roller coaster to the upside only. A roller coaster that just only goes up. Very impressive stuff. But those are the main levels I'll be looking for moving forward. So let's see how this plays out. Let's see what happens with this. And let's see where this actually ultimately ends up moving forward from here. But there's not much more to add other than that. And of course, those levels. So taking a look at options flow for NVIDIA, you know, a little bit mixed towards the end of the day, but we had a nice 1.3 million call come in on NVIDIA, 170 strike for the 1st of August above the ask. So someone definitely wanted in on that. Maybe they expect continued pump to 178. I don't know for sure, obviously, but someone entered it, so let's see what that ends up, you know, coming into fruition with. But yeah, the bulls definitely taking control throughout the day. Some little flow of bearishness came in over here for the end of this week, 07/18. That is this Friday. So clearly, some bears are trying to step in front of this freight train. Let's see if they're successful or not. But overall, the grand scheme of things, bulls are still definitely in control. But some bearishness, you know, did come in towards this final hour of the day. So some bears are putting on their big boy pants and they're trying to stop this thing. Let's see if they can do it or not. But I think that's pretty much it. There's not much more to say. So yeah, if you enjoyed, guys, don't forget to hit that like button. Thank you so much for watching. And as usual, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.